Hi, Cranky. Hi, Leo. Okay, Leo. So, anyway, finally, I'm back. Sorry, my daughter was putting on her dressing on her hand that she had surgery on, and she had me on camera to show her how to do the dressing. So, anyway, Leo, you'll be working in a mall. You'll be working in a store in a mall, is what I hear. And that's coming up very soon. So, make sure you get online and keep applying to different stores. Find out what stores are in that mall, even if you want to go there and take a walk around and see what you like. I feel like there's going to be something that you really like there, and there's going to be a very good friend that you're going to meet there. You're going to become very good friends with somebody there. As far as dating goes, Leo, I don't feel like, well, it's one that's closest to you. I don't feel like, as far as relationships goes, nothing's going to start for at least about a month or two. But I do feel like within about 2 months, you're going to meet somebody that you're going to have a very strong connection with. And this is somebody who you're going to start out friends with first, like talking, texting, chatting back and forth. There's somebody that you're going to talk about a lot of things with. You're going to open up to them, and it's going to be like on a friendly kind of basis. So, sorry, you guys. When I get a phone call, my daughter had surgery on her hand, so when I get a phone call, I go like this, and that means I'll be right back. It'll look like it's not working, but just stay there, and it'll come back just like this. But I had to start a new live because everybody left. Anyway, finishing up with Leo. So that's what I see for you, Leo. Money will definitely improve for you because you'll have some income coming in. I also feel like there's some type of trip or mini type of outing, vacation, maybe even an overnight stay. Somebody may ask you to stay overnight, or maybe you have to stay overnight at your grandmother's to help out with something. I don't know what that's about, but I do feel like you're going to be like out of your house overnight for something. But I feel like you're going to help a family member out, whatever that's about. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Hey, BB. Sorry you called me when I was at work. I couldn't talk. I was going crazy. I was so busy. So busy. I was going to call you back, but I didn't have a chance yet. I came home and got right on the live. So, Leo, that's what I see for you right now. Um, as far as the family goes, Leo, your dad's going to just be kind of miserable like he always is and not real talkative. And your mom just kind of doesn't say much. She kind of goes with what your dad says. And I feel like there's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. Now, those green lines, where'd they go? I want to show you these green lines. Here they are. Can't see them. Where are they? These are the stars. See the stars? Where's the green line? There's a green line. Gosh, you can't see it. I'm looking for the green line. There it is. Can you see You can't see the lines? Can't see them, I guess. Oh, I was trying to show you the green lines. All right. You're working till midnight, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Good job, girl. Put that money away. That's right, Leo. You're going to be fine. You're exhausted just from, like, not being happy in the situation you're in right now. But once you start working in a place that you really like, then your exhaustion won't be there anymore because you'll be excited to go to work. Oh, that's great, Cranky. Like 444, especially. Oh boy, Vanessa, I guess it did. Couldn't you? Why weren't you able to get disability? You weren't able to get you weren't able to get disability. What's the great news? Cece getting married. Cece getting married. What's the great news? Oh, that's crazy, Cranky. Oh, boy. Well, at least it'll all come to you. And that'll help you really catch up. No, Leo. Nope. Just avoid that, Gemini. Just avoid. Block them. Don't bother with them. Just block them. Nope. 120,000. Oh boy. Well, you got 30 years to pay that sucker. All right, buddy boy, where you at? If you can get a lower interest rate, but right now you might not be able to. Oh, 12,000. Oh, okay. Um, if you can get a lower interest rate, that's good. But if you've been out of work for 4 months, I doubt you can get a lower interest rate right now. So keep paying a little extra toward the principal and make that note that this is toward the principal, and that'll help you get done faster. Buddy boy, are you here? Yep. Okay, buddy boy. All right, let's see. All right, buddy boy. Now listen, I'm not going to blow your spot up. I'm not going to put you on blast, so to speak. You understand what I mean by that? I am not going to put your information out for, in other words, I'm not going to violate your privacy. Okay, buddy boy? You sure can. That's awesome, Vanessa. Good. Buddy boy, you know what I mean? Okay. All right, so you have a lot of different sticks in the fire right now. What I mean by that is there are a lot of different things that you're trying to make work. Oh, Mark. Okay, thank you. There's a lot of different things that you're trying to make work. And I feel like a lot of that's about, you're not putting in other words, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You understand what I mean? You definitely question why something didn't work out the way you expected it to. Something that was definitely a disappointment. But it also feels like it wasn't your fault. That it didn't. It feels like the expectation that you had on someone else. That was what was most disappointing to you. But something with someone else fell through because they didn't uphold their end of the bargain. Does that make sense to you? Somebody didn't keep trying. Does that make sense to you? Hi, Elizabeth. Okay. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't try again. But there's communication. There's a lack of communication. There's a lack of seeing eye to eye with someone. Hi, Kim. There's a lack of communication because two of you and someone else, are on a different wavelength. You're not understanding one another. They're not really getting what you're saying. They're not understanding where you're coming from. Somebody also isn't very supportive about an idea that you have, something that you're trying to start or accomplish on your own. Does that make sense? Does that part make sense? Buddy boy. Okay. Okay. I feel like the answer is yes, they did, but there's something with more research. There's something that you're needing to prove statistically something. I feel like your idea, like the information that you gave them is good, and I feel like you took a long time to word it right. But I feel like there's an open discussion needed. I feel like you're needing to talk face to face with somebody about this in a meeting or in some type of, again, communication. It keeps coming up really strong about communication. Either the way that you're communicating, the way that you're coming across to them. Okay. Um, there's definitely going to be a talk about this. And somebody else is going to add other ideas to what you've, like, you got the ball rolling. In other words, you got this ball rolling and you're trying to roll it in the right direction. It's like somebody's going to pick up the ball and try to run with it as well. Perhaps you and another person. Is there you and another person that are working on this together? Are you and someone else working on this together? Like, do you have this right-hand man or this right-hand person that's helping you? Helping you? Okay. Is there anything to do with sales here? Is this anything to do with sales? A sale of something? Selling something? Okay. Is this anything to do with sales? I don't know why I'm hearing sales. Or to boost sales? Is this about boosting sales or boosting profit? Okay. Yeah, and the work that's done on the phones to create, like, whether it's whether it's to create like first and second mortgages or to create loans to people, it's some type of, it's something a lot to do with money. And it could be also something under insurance. Is there anything about insurance? Does insurance have anything to do with this? Hi, Angie. I feel like your ideas are very good. And I feel like there's going to be changes made. Okay, verification of documents. Perfect. I feel like there's going to be changes. There's going to be some changes made and orders. Perfect. Perfect. I do feel that production or productivity will increase because of your idea. Um, I also feel like you have a different title coming to you. A different title coming to you, whether it's management, whether it's moving up in management, but there's a different title coming to you. Promotion is what I want to say. Yes, definitely. It definitely, it's you showing them that it's like you're not just at this level. You're showing them what your potential is and how you can think out of the box to try to expand not only opportunities for customers, but opportunities for investors within that company, as well as trying to reach a certain goal. And it's coming through very strong. And it is very positive. Thank you, buddy boy. This is something that you don't want to back off of or back down from. You want to stand your ground. But I feel like you and this other person are going to have a lot more ideas that you're going to come up with, that you're going to present. But you may also want to present things to somebody higher up on the chain. You may want to put a proposal to someone higher up on the chain, if that makes sense to you. That's what I'm hearing. But I do hear that things will go very well and are already going well, but they will get even better. So I don't feel like you're frowned upon. I feel like you're appreciated. And you're opening the eyes up to people around you who didn't think of that spectrum, like of that wider spectrum, for you to move forward in. And I think that's going to help many people and make it easier on the people with the phone calls. There you go, buddy. You got it. All right, Bubba, you got it. Good job. Just make sure you dot your I's and you cross your T's with everything. Be very prepared. And ask yourself the questions. In other words, when you complete what it is that you're doing, that you're going to present in October, I want you to play this game with yourself. I want you to sit on the other side of the table and pretend somebody's presenting this offer proposal to you. And what questions would you have? Well, how is this going to make it better? And how this and how that? Ask yourself those questions and make sure you have some cliff notes written on how you're going to answer that, because you're going to have to be ready to have answers to what it is that you're implying and stating, factuals. You're going to need your facts, and you're going to need to have answers. They're going to want to see that you've thought this through. Not just can you come up with this proposal and these ideas, but be ready for the challenges. Well, and how do you expect this? And how do you expect us to get to that number? And in what time frame do you see this making a dramatic change? And how many months is this going to take for this to actually take effect? And this and that. And not to mention to work out some of the glitches. A few glitches. Just a few glitches, okay? Hope that helps. All right, give me a second, you guys. Buddy boy. Buddy boy, can I ask you a question? Buddy boy, I keep hearing the name John, and I hear the name William. Does John or William make any kind of sense to you at all? Does the name John or William make any kind of sense to you at all? William is your dad. John is your godfather. So, you know, when somebody becomes a godfather, that is so that if something happens to your parents, the godparents would take over. It feels like your parents wanted to be sure that you would be okay. They tried to wait as long as they could. Both at different times, but they tried to wait as long as they could. And your father, he fought it really hard. He didn't want to leave. Your father fought very hard to stay. He was determined. He was a little bit stubborn. He, he really didn't want to leave. But their bodies left, the physical form of them left, but not the spiritual form of them. The spiritual form is always and will always be around you. Your father feels like you walk in his footsteps because your father, too, was a very smart man. He had challenges, he did, but your father always put the food on the table, so to speak. And he definitely, he was a loving father, but he was a hard worker. I don't feel your mom's energy as much as I do your dad's. I don't. I just know I do feel the William very strong around you. And I feel like he's protecting you. He's very proud of you. He's very proud of the man you're becoming, or the man you've become. And I'm going to say becoming too, because your father said you're always open to change. And you're always trying to do one better, like a better turn today than you did yesterday. Your father says you've been pushed back a few times. I don't know what he refers to by that, but he's saying you've been pushed back a few times. But sometimes he's saying it was not as a punishment, but it was more so as a refresher, a reminder. Who's Buddy? You're saying, but okay, Buddy boy. Did your father refer to you as Buddy? Or my buddy? Or hey, buddy? Did your father say, like, hey, buddy? Because that's funny. I really wasn't thinking of your screen name for a minute. And then I heard the name Buddy. But it's like he looked at you like a friend. Yes, a son. But there was a bond there. There was a very strong bond there. And I feel like you feel that you didn't really get to say goodbye. It's like you just missed it, or it was like you just missed it. But it was because he didn't want you to see that. He didn't want you, he wants you to remember him the way he was with you, not what you saw at the end. He doesn't want you to remember what you saw, somebody being weak and fragile. Yeah. But he got to say and talk to you. You got to talk to him, but I feel like he couldn't respond. Is that right? He really couldn't respond? Did you hold his hand? But he heard you. And I think you questioned, did he hear you? But he did hear you. I think you kept questioning. I wonder if he heard me. I feel like you knew in your heart. I feel like you knew in your heart that when you were driving home, you knew that that was going to be the last time that you would see him alive. I know that's what you felt. Something made you want to turn around. That's what you call a gut feeling. That's your intuition. That's your gut. But he's glad that you were not there when he took his last breath. He's glad. He said you're going to do great things. Was something about the water and fishing important with you? Thank you, buddy. Was something about the water and fishing important to you? Skimming rocks? Skimming rocks? Water? A while back? What was it about the water? Oh, your father-in-law. Because that person is showing me too, like fishing and water. And then who's the one that liked to work on a truck? Who who either had a truck or worked on a truck? Who liked to work on cars, or who had a truck that liked to work on cars? Or what sense does this make? Who worked on vehicles? Your father-in-law? Okay. He's coming through too. Yeah, he sure did love to fish. Sure did. He lived for it. Mm-hmm. Was your father a tie and a suit kind of man? Was your dad, Mr. William, a tie and suit kind of man? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what they show me. Very dapper, very good looking, and that you look like him, and that you look just like him. Did you go to a wedding recently, or do you have a wedding coming up? Is there a wedding or an anniversary? They're telling me something about a wedding coming up. Yeah, they say you are too, I guess. I guess they say you are too. It's that dimple that you have. It's that dimple that you have. Okay. Well, there's something of good news of a celebration of some kind coming up, and it's in the family. I feel like you're a distance from family in a lot of ways, but it doesn't mean you won't hear of it. Maybe you'll be excited for it. You may send a card for it. You may not attend it, but there's something you're going to hear about. Yeah, you do have one of them. Do you have a mustache? Do you have a mustache? Like a small mustache? Family reunion you just heard about. Great. Great. I hope you go. Okay, great. I'm sure you're very handsome. I'm sure you're very handsome. Well, listen, sending you love and light, okay? Know that your pop's with you, okay? I don't know if you called him dad or if you called him pop, but they just made me say pop, and I don't know why. Um, I love you more. I love you more. I'm glad that Texas was so kind to donate. Oh, both. Okay. So I'm hearing Pop. And I didn't never call my dad Pop, so I don't know. I just hear Pop. So, but you're doing a good job. And don't quit. No matter how hard it gets. No matter how hard it gets. Buddy, don't quit. Because you know what? Tomorrow's always going to be different than today was. You can have the shittiest, hardest day today where you just want to quit everything. You just don't want to deal with anybody. You just want to be alone. But instead of taking on that energy in that moment, that's when you just sit for a minute and just thank God for what you do have. Sometimes we look at all the stuff we don't have and why can't we get it and why aren't we where we think we should be? Actually, you're exactly where you need to be right now. You're exactly where you need to be. You're not supposed to be up here yet, okay? And you're not supposed to be back there where you were. You're exactly doing what you should be doing, where you should be, learning the lessons that are coming. And even when something looks negative, find that silver lining in every single cloud. In every single cloud. And you'd be like, you know what? Why is this happening? I can't believe this just happened. Find the silver lining and never go to bed angry. Never go to bed angry. Okay, buddy? Sending you all my love. Thank you for subscribing. You'll see that H&G is definitely the family of spiritual guidance. Okay? I'm never here to make a decision for anybody. I'm here to tell you that you have options. I'm here to give you the courage and the strength to keep trying, to keep fighting. And I'm here to teach you that sometimes things don't work out for you because they're not supposed to. Sometimes the plan that's coming for you is much better than you could ever have figured it out for yourself. So just trust the timing and trust the process, okay? All right? And that's for everybody that's listening. So I need to take a 2-minute break. My coffee cup is empty. My cigarette pack is empty. But my heart is full of love. So, we have Cynthia will be up next. Thank you, Kim B. Love you. Thank you, Kim B. Thank you, Buddy Boy. Actually, Buddy Boy, you're amazing. I think you're amazing. You know, it's funny, Buddy Boy. I see a uniform around you. So funny. Thank you, Texas. You love Texas. She's great. Buddy Boy, I see a uniform around you, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's a nursing uniform, a police uniform, but I see a uniform around you. I don't know what that's about. But just show me a uniform. And almost like stripes. So either your dad was in the service, Buddy Boy? Was he military? What's the uniform I keep saying? And a stripe. I don't know. I'm not sure, Buddy Boy, what I get. I'm not sure. Just sharing what I know. Just sharing what I know. Texas, thank you for donating that. Vanessa, poor Texas, lost her fur baby. And we were all sending prayers for her. And Texas donated a huge amount for others to get readings and minis and questions and everything else. And Cranky donated as well. All right, guys, like I said, I need to take a quick break, so talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Everybody, don't forget to send big hugs to Texas. Send big hugs to Buddy. Send hugs to each and every one of you on here. And Baby Zeus. In memory of Baby Zeus. My heart breaks. All right, guys, I got to take a quick break. I have to use the ladies' room. I have to get my coffee filled. So give me just a few minutes, and you guys talk together. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, one done. Just grab my coffee. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okie dokie. All right. I'm here. Hello. Good night, Lindsay. All right, Cynthia, where you at? I know it's 10:07. I haven't even eaten lunch or dinner. Oh, boy. All right, Leslie. Hey, Shelly. Joanne, what you got to say? I haven't seen you comment one thing yet, other than start the conversation. Be careful. Be careful. Bye, Linz. Where's Cynthia? I don't see Cynthia. Waiting for me what? Oh, good, Cynthia. So, Cynthia, what do you want your mini on? I see her. Thanks, Joanne. Uh-huh. Another troll. Okay, General. Okay, Cynthia. Oh, thank you. Cynthia, could you tell me, Cynthia, who's the Virgo around you? Thanks, Cynthia. I hope so. There's so many Beths. My friend Tyler's excellent. And then you have Astrology Blitz, who's amazing with astrology. I like love him. I watch him every night. child? That's who the Virgo is? Is that your child, Cynthia? Is that your child? Oh, it's a grandson. Okay. Huh. Okay. Cynthia, is there a problem between this Virgo's mother and you? In other words, is this your son's wife? I understand. I understand your grandson. Yes, I understand. What I'm asking is your grandson's mother. Is that your son's wife? Or is that your daughter? Is his mother your daughter? Is his mother your daughter? Okay. So here's what I'm getting at. The reason that it's sounding distant is because is there distance between the two of you? Is there something not balanced between the two of you? Is there an issue going on right now? Okay, she's in Missouri? Cynthia, when you say straighten things out, you mean with their father? Do you mean with their father? Or with her life in general? Yeah. Did their life get off track with drugs and alcohol? Are there addiction issues here? Yeah. Listen, I don't mean to blow up your business here, but I have to talk to you, right? So at some point, were police involved? At some point in your daughter's situation, were police involved? Um, Okay. So, yes, definitely. So when you say you have your grandchildren, are there 3 children altogether? Are there 3 children altogether? Are there 3 children altogether? You took 3 of the kids. The younger ones you took, right? Do you have the younger ones? Does she still have 2? Good. Okay, so that's why I saw 5 altogether. I saw 3 and 2. So, are you also dealing with a health issue? Cynthia, are you also dealing with a health issue? Yeah, I saw 5. I saw 3 with you and 2 with her. Mhm. Nice. Okay. Do you also have back issues? Do you have stomach and back issues? Were you diagnosed with fibromyalgia? And GERD? Fibromyalgia and GERD? So not GERD either? You don't have acid reflux? You don't have to take Prilosec or Omeprazole? You don't have to take none of that? Okay. Do you have diverticulitis as well? So no GERD. Do you have diverticulitis? And did you have your gallbladder out? No, you don't. Okay. These are all the things I'm seeing. And did you have your gallbladder out? Yes, you have no gallbladder. Okay. Okay. Did you do a weight loss surgery? Did you have a weight loss surgery? No weight loss surgery. Okay. Please tell me your diagnosis. Please tell me your diagnosis, because Spirit keeps taking me in a circle. Spirit keeps taking me in a circle. And the circle keeps being around your stomach, your pancreas, your liver, your esophagus. So please tell me your diagnosis. Yeah, science definitely keeps improving. True. Okay. Okay. So then when I saw weight loss surgery, is that because you've lost a lot of weight? You're definitely on the thin side? Is that why? That I saw weight loss surgery? Like you losing a lot of weight? You have thyroid. Uh-huh. You have thyroid issues? Are you divorced? I feel like you're divorced. Were you married twice? Were you married twice? Uh-huh. Were you married twice? Or were you married once? Yes, I was married briefly twice. Okay. Does the letter D mean anything to you? Is it D like Dan, Donald, David, Darren, anything D have to do with any of your exes? David, okay. Do you still communicate with David? He passed in 2016. Okay, so do you still communicate with him somehow? In other words, do you talk to his picture? Do you talk to him? There's still some communication with you and him somehow. Do you talk to him still? Do you get anything that's a sign of him around you? Because I keep hearing that there's communication between the two of you. I don't think you're saying it. Who had a motorcycle? Who had a motorcycle? Who had a motor, or had or has a motorcycle? Your uncle and your dad. Is your dad passed? Or is your uncle passed? Are they both passed? Okay. Does somebody with a motorcycle come to your house? Does somebody with a motorcycle come to your house? Okay. Does anybody with a motorcycle come to your house? Okay. So these confirmations are making sure that, I have you in tuned. It's making sure that I'm connecting properly. It's also confirming other issues that I saw with health. Maybe you have not been diagnosed that way yet. But I also feel that you've had a lot of hard lessons in life. I feel like you took a couple wrong turns yourself, which is why you understand what your daughter is going through right now, which is why you're trying to help her. Does that make sense to you, what I just said? Okay. Your phone rings a lot. The Spirit's telling me that your phone rings a lot. Majority of the people that you communicate to on your phone are people who are hurting, people who are struggling, people who have some toxic issues around them, people who come to you for answers. Does that make sense? I feel like you have one best friend, and that name may begin with the letter B. One best friend, or somebody that was very close to you. Yeah, with the letter B. Who has the initial B? Like Barbara, or Bonnie, or Beth. Who has the initial B around you? Cynthia? Does someone have the initial B around you? Cynthia, are you still there? Nobody you can think of? Okay. There's an initial B that's going to be very important to you coming up. I also want to know, are you planning on moving, or were you thinking of moving, or did you just move? Let me ask you again. Did you just move? Are you thinking of moving? Are you trying to move? Planning to move? I need you to answer again because I don't know what your yes is to. Please confirm about the moving with a yes or no. Did you recently move? Or are you planning to move? Is there some type of change with living arrangements here? No, not moving. Is there any kind of change with living arrangements? Is somebody moving in? Is somebody coming back home? Because that's what I'm seeing. Somebody's coming back to you. And this could be your daughter. This could be your daughter coming back herself. You moved this year to apartment. Okay. But there also could be someone else coming to move back. I keep hearing somebody's coming back. Somebody's going to need your help. They can't do it alone, and they can't do it by themselves. I feel like somebody's going to come back. And it feels like by the end of this year. Perhaps even around Christmas time. Jacob? Is this an ex of yours? Is this an ex of yours? Because I feel like this person you're missing. You're missing. Whoever this is, you're missing them. Okay. I feel like there was a third-party situation. Perhaps a wife. Somebody that he was involved with. Somebody he couldn't make a solid commitment or decision because of. He is the one with the letter B. Okay. Okay. So does his wife or person have a B? Okay. It's definitely complicated. It's definitely complicated. But I feel like the two of you struggled as well. In a lot of ways, the two of you struggled as well. A lot of things were overwhelming for both of you. Just his name. Okay. Yeah. But you know, as I want to say, as crazy as it was, it's still your person. As crazy as it was. And I mean crazy. I feel like you still want him back. And I feel like he can't forget you. It feels like he had to tie up some loose ends. And it feels like he had to make some tough decisions on doing what was right and where he needed to be at the time. But he's not happy with what he's doing right now. If he hasn't reached out, he's going to. If he has not reached out, he's going to. Exactly. And you took a piece of his too. You know, there's been others, true, but nobody that held your heart like he did. That was definitely one for the books, is what I hear. Yeah, it was one for the books. You know, people do change. People do change. But he had his own issues as well. he had his own issue as well. And I think that him going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and playing the mind games with you was enough. I feel like you're open to new opportunity. And I don't know what a firehouse or a fireman or something to do with the fire department has to do with you. Please help me. Do you live near the firehouse? Are you down the street from a firehouse? Does he belong to the firehouse? What is the deal with the firehouse? Yeah. 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 Yes, you live near the firehouse. Okay. Well, perhaps there's a fireman that you may meet or somebody that you know belongs to the fire department. Somebody that you saw and have a crush on. Somebody you talked to already from there. I don't know. But there's something to do with that firehouse near you. So, I do feel like there's a new opportunity coming your way. I highly follow your spirit guide saying, don't go back to the ex. Don't go back to the ex. They may come in and try to be a friend, and that's all they could ever be because they could never be committed the way you wanted them to. They can't completely let go of what they're holding on to. So just to let you know. But there is something to do with a firehouse. And there is something to do with a connection. But I feel like right now your life is quite busy. It's hard to even think that you could, like, settle. Like, because you're so busy kind of helping everybody else straighten their own shit out that you don't got much time to straighten your own shit out. Because you're helping everybody else. Are you an air sign? Are you a Libra? By chance, are you a Libra? Or an air sign? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Are you an air sign? Or a Leo? You're either a Libra or a Leo. You're a fire sign? Which fire sign? Are you a Leo? Yeah, fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sag. Oh, Aries. Aries, okay. I kept seeing Leo so strong in your chart. Like, I'm looking at you and I see a Libra side of you, so you must have a Libra moon. But I'm also seeing like a Leo sign in you. But definitely Aries makes sense because you definitely like to keep things under control. You like to stay on top of everything. You like things in an orderly fashion. Always cleaning up. Always straightening up. Your mom, okay, your grandma, okay. All right, so right now I feel like things are kind of in chaos around you. Not as settled as you'd like them to be. I do feel like, you're going to have to tackle one thing at a time in order to get to where it is that you really want to be. I feel like you worry a lot about your daughter. Again, it's in Missouri. I also feel like you worry about your grandchildren, wondering if you're doing the right things. Also, where your health is concerned, yes, there's no technical cure, true, but there's a lot of very good maintenance medications that are doing what they're supposed to do. T cells. T cells. The numbers will stay at a good level. T cells. The numbers will stay at a good level, is what I'm told. So you're okay right now. You're okay. And you're going to be okay for a while. Quite a while. Having the A word versus the H word is much different. It's much different. Who has a white vehicle around you? Cynthia, who has a white vehicle around you? Who has a white vehicle? Yes. Oh, the neighbor downstairs. Okay. And who is Tom? Who is Tom or Thomas? And I hear Richard. Tom, Thomas, or Richard? Tom, Thomas, or Richard? Okay. Because I'm hearing those names to be important. Some type of relevance with you. And I want to ask you one last question, is that years ago, did you have a miscarriage? Oh, your grandfather's brother? Okay. Did you have a miscarriage years ago? Because there's a little girl in spirit that's saying that she belongs to you. There's a little girl in spirit saying that she belongs to you. And I don't know how she belongs to you. There's a little girl in spirit saying she belongs to you. Are you aware of a miscarriage or an abortion? Okay. Because there's a little girl in spirit who says she belongs to you. Yeah. Does the name Joseph mean anything to you? Does the name Joseph mean anything to you? Or Jimmy? Is it J initial? J initial. Jack, Jimmy, Joseph, John. There's a J initial here with this little girl. There's a J initial with this little girl. Your dad's best friend. There's a J initial here. Did you know what name you were going to give her if she was born? Did you know it was a her, a she? Or no, you didn't know? Oh, your dad is John. Yes, your dad's best friend, Cynthia, John, my dad. Okay. So that's who, okay. So that's who's around this little girl, is John. That's who's taking care of this little girl, just so you know. Also, I want you to know there's some big changes coming for you. There's movement. There's action. So 2025, there is movement again, so you might be moving again. 2025. You can expect that ex to reach out to you shortly, soon. I want to say a couple weeks or a couple months, but don't waste your time. I also feel like there is somebody new coming around you. Again, somebody who gives you attention or gives you a second look or notices you. And this has to do with the fire department. Just saying. I feel like you need to be careful with your money. Be careful what you're spending on. It's kind of like saying like a pack of ground beef you can last 2 meals out of that rather than buying one something, whatever that means to you. So just be careful with your money. Yeah, I know you didn't know. They're saying, Spirit saying, be careful with your money. Also, don't keep money laying around. It's like money will go missing. They're saying a warning like money will go missing. So don't leave money accessible to anyone. There's someone around you who's trying to go back to school or wanting to get a certification or wanting to get a license of some kind. Does that make sense to you? Somebody's wanting to get a license or something of some kind like that. Does that make any sense? Okay, Shelly, the list is closed now, okay? Oh, okay. You know, I should have said it because that's what I saw. And I do feel that that's coming. And I think that a CNA or a CHHA working in somebody's home, CNA working in a nursing home, or CHHA working in someone's private home through an agency also is very good. You can actually get a dual. I feel like the class you can take will give you both CHHA and CNA. So look into that because I feel like that's exactly where, that's a very good angle for you. That's a very good angle for you. All right? All right. Any questions, Cynthia, before I go to the next person? Any questions before I go to the next person? Yeah, both is a very good angle for you. I feel like, did he leave you something? Did he leave you something? Hi, Yvonne. Did he leave you something, honey? Did he leave something behind for you? He died unattended. Okay. I just see a lot of questions around him and a lot of questions on how he passed. I see like there's some doubts. People having some doubts conversation. Yeah, I see lots of questions. And I see people like wanting to point the finger at different people when they should be pointing the finger at themselves. So just don't get caught up. You can listen all you want, but don't get caught up in anything. Yeah, you know, the veteran homes Reputation anymore is not good. So many people have passed in veteran homes. Veterans are getting the shit on for everything they did for our country, and I'm sad about that. My father, too, was a veteran. And I feel like negligence can be proven on him. When I hear that name, Virgie, it just makes me shake my head. Like maybe trying to take it all. Virgie might be trying to take it all, whatever that means. That's the only thing I hear. So, like, sneaky. Sneaky. Bad motives. Definitely has motives. That's about all I can tell you. Let me know how you make out. Just listen. Don't say a lot. Just listen. Just listen. Remember, you don't have to pay back somebody's karma because they'll get it. They'll get it. All right? All right, who's up next? Renata. Renata, you're up next. Are you here, Renata? Thank you, Cynthia. It was a pleasure reading you. Good luck to your daughter. My daughter's in Missouri, too. Good luck to your daughter. Sending lots of love. Renata, where are you? Renata, Renata. Renata, where are you? You're welcome, Cynthia. Hi, Renata. Okay, what do you want your read on? What do you want your read on? Hi, Tammy. So the list is now closed, you guys, as Shelly posted a little bit ago. Hi, Teresa. How are you, doll? What'd you have good for dinner, Leslie? Okay, Renata said, about my business, if it will go well, I will see somebody tomorrow for the house purchase, a lender, mortgage, and a bit about George. Renata, do you have some changes that you've made to the business? Are you asking me about changes that you're making to your business? Because I feel like an old client comes back. An old client comes back. So something is going to have to be adjusted. Yeah, they are struggling, but oh, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you, Zara. Um, an old client, let me just go back. An old client is coming back to you. No, you don't have to worry about your business. The companies that you deal with are very comfortable financially in what they're dealing with. Now, there's a woman who claims that she's not so comfortable, but she is. She's just making sure she stays that way. But that is the client that is coming back to you before the end of this year. I also feel that your business is actually going to improve, believe it or not, before the end of the year. Somebody's going to make a decision and inquire about your services that they need. I feel like they'll take one of your bids and other people's bids and choose you. So that's what's coming up where business is concerned. As far as George is concerned, well, there's still a lot to be desired there, but I feel like there's communication coming. I feel like he holds 2 cups of love, one for you, one for his wife. I feel like George, he's out of that depression. He's out of the mode that he was in, stuck in. He's now vibrant and moving forward. He's more communicative. He's definitely wanting to interact with you more. I feel like there'll be a face-to-face this week coming. Out of the blue, like surprise out of the blue. I also feel like a visitor. You will get a visitor at your home. I also feel that a meeting with this company, management, mortgage, etc., will be a lot of questions. Don't panic on the questions. Be prepared. You can't go into that meeting acting as if you have doubts or you're not so sure or you're not feeling like you're secure financially enough for something. You have to go in there with the motivation that you deserve this, that you can afford this, that it's great, that's something you've been wanting to do, because it is a challenge for you, but it is a challenge in a very positive way, which is going to have a very positive outcome. I feel like this person already got the heads up. In other words, they've talked to somebody else first and already kind of know that they're going to help you along with this. So it's going to be in your favor. The results of this meeting will be in your favor. Someone has already spoken a good word for you, as far as like your credentials or your ability to pay or your sincerity of paying, like you're in good payment standing, if that makes sense to you. So, what else you want to know? That is everything you just asked. What else you want to know? It never rains in California, so girl, don't they warn ya. I don't know where that song came from. Anybody here in California? We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost to you. Hold tight. Almost to you. Hold tight. Hold on, Miss Deborah. We'll get there. Oh, you're in Philly? That's awesome. I love Philadelphia. I take a cheesesteak wit. I'm only 20 minutes from Philadelphia. Right, BB? BB's in Philadelphia, too. Did you know that, Miss Deborah? BB's in Philly, too. Renata, any other questions? Miss Renata, any other questions? Yeah, Vanessa. Yep, Vanessa. That's BB. Vanessa is BB. Vanessa is in Philly. And she got a beautiful dog named Chase. Thank you, Teresa. So you should have been here for Buddy Boy. Should have been here for Buddy Boy. Yeah, I bought it off of TikTok. Turns all kind of colors. Let me see. I got the remote here. I got the remote here. Watch. Oh, no, that's not the right remote. Never mind. That's my TV remote. Renata, any other questions, or I'm going to move on? You didn't get notified? I was on once and I had to go off and come back on because everybody left me. My daughter had called me on a video to ask me how to do this, change her dressing on her hand. Yeah, BB, it's really cool Look up, look up, look at this. Can you see the ceiling? And watch, it changes. And you can change the colors. But it goes all over. It does blue. I like the blue better. I like the blue. It was only 20-some bucks. My grandson said he wants it for his room. I told him he could have it. Told him he could have it. But you see, hold on. If I change the color, let me show you. Hold on, don't go nowhere. Wait a second. Let me pick my fat self up. Ah, gotta sit. Let me sit this way. Ooh, okay, watch. So, let me change the color. Can you see it behind me? And then, like I said, I love, that's my whole ceiling. The whole ceiling is like that. That's, I got the phone wrong. Did I got it wrong? Wait. That's the ceiling. And it even goes on my curtains a little bit. Depending on, that's it over there. See it over there? Much. See how it changes the color? My grandson loves it. See, that's more like the different colors. That's going to have the red's in it. But up on, when that part here is up on the ceiling, it's like you're laying in clouds. It's so cool. And that's like if you want it kind of quieter. And then the ceiling still has all that on it. Change it up a little bit. I like the blue. My favorite is the blue. As you can see the blue light. So my favorite is the blue. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't reach the light. All right. After I speak with the lender mortgage specialist, I will let the old man know that our next step is he will help. Yes. Oh, okay, Renata. All right. No worries, no worries. Yeah, definitely. That and with some good sound, like binaural beats or solfeggio tones. I love the blue. It's more comfortable, calming. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? My grandson cracked up because when my grandson was over here over the weekend, we had that little, it's like a little Martian man he looks like. And it's like a spaceman, and the face, like an astronaut face, is where the color comes out of. But let me see if I turn it off. There. If I turn it off, then you can see. See him? See that little man, the Martian man? That's what it is. And then when I turn it on, it has a remote control. Hold on, I'm pushing the wrong button. So when I turn it on, then we go back to the colors. And I like the blue. So that's where I'll keep it at the blue. BB said she'd get her one. It's so cool. You sit here, you can lay in your bed and just click the remote control, turn it off. There's a timer on it. You could set a timer and it'll go off by itself. But it's like a little night light. My grandson likes it because it could be a night light, but not so bright that it would bother him while he's sleeping. Exactly, Renata. He ain't going nowhere. I told you he ain't going nowhere. He had to do what he had to do. He ain't going nowhere. You'll see him probably face to face this weekend. Exactly. Oh, you like the purple? Yeah, purple's pretty cool too. But it looks like blue on the screen over there, but it's coming up purple on my wall. Okay, so before I go all the way to do the other two, BB, Mini, BB, Shelly, Mini, comma, BB, and Shelly, and then question is Deborah. Okay. BB, what's your mini on? Thank you, Denise. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. All right, BB, so let me just do this. So BB, it's like you're not really wanting to have to do two jobs. You're not really not wanting to keep up with this. It's like you're tired. But I do see you making a nice dent and everything. They're saying write things out, BB. Write things out. Make a list. Sit down and make a list of your bills. Make columns. This is how much is owed. This is my payment. And then figure out how long it's going to take to catch up on each payment. It's like you remember that you were doing so good before, and you just want to get back to that spot again. And it's okay. There's money coming in about your hand. So in other words, the surgery that you had, the hand, the elbow, that area, the surgery that you had is somehow related to work, is under a workman's compensation type of case. There is money to be had for you, just to say. I also feel like trying to keep up, like with your daughter, trying to keep up with different things going on with her. It helps you to change your focus on other things that you tend to get all caught up in, that only make you feel like overwhelmed, or it's what's keeping you from it's the block that's keeping you from moving forward. This person, this toxic energy who doesn't want to give up, is the devil working overtime, really trying to block you, trying to keep you from your blessings, trying to keep you from your next step, your next goal, your next achievement, from your heart's desires. You're not able to completely dismiss this person because you just don't know how to get past them, or to get over them, or to not care anymore. You get angry, you get upset, but you can't get past your heart, which cares. And you don't know how to shut that switch off. It's like there's no shut off switch. You're the biggest dreamer for that person, meaning you have the most hope for that person because you know that person's potential. But you have to understand, no matter what their potential is, no matter how knowledgeable they are, no matter what an amazing person to society they could be, if they're choosing not to be, that is stronger than the hope that you have for them. You've relentlessly boosted their ego over and over and over and over, trying to encourage them, giving them so many opportunities, even an opportunity to live with you, to get on their feet, to get their shit together. And they declined. They acted at first like they were taking that opportunity, then they declined. Or they reneged on it. They pulled back their energy from it. This person is just living the way that they know how to survive. And for them, it's just a survival thing. It has nothing to do with anything else. I don't feel like this person's intentionally trying to hurt you. I don't feel like this person is intentionally really trying to destroy you. I think they don't even realize what they're doing. They are so caught up in their own narcissistic behavior that they just don't even realize what they're doing, but yet they'll call everyone else a narcissist. They'll twist words, they'll manipulate you, they'll change it around so it ends up being all your fault and none of theirs. Your daughter's going to have good news soon for you that's going to make you smile. There's a change coming for her as well. Somebody in the family, whether it's a sister, a cousin, somebody in the family, is going to reach out to you wanting your help or needing your help. But it's like you're going to be scheduled for work that day and you're going to be like, I can't. I have to be to work in an hour. That there's no way possible I could possibly do that without having to call out. And you can't financially afford to call out. While there's another house member, meaning another family member, that are able to do it, don't have to go to work or doesn't work, whatever the case may be, and they're just not wanting to do it. So they're wanting to put that pressure and blame on you. Just don't do it. BB, I'm sorry. I know it's your mom, or I know whatever the case may be that you're trying to help or that you would want to help, but you have to just worry about BB right now. Can't keep running for everybody else's emergencies when there are other people who can handle them. I'm sorry, I can't. I have to go to work. Nobody else is going to pay my bills, and that's the answer you give them. Because somebody keeps trying to take advantage of you. They keep trying to take advantage of you, mistaking your kindness for weakness. And you're not stupid, so you know what? They want to treat you like they can get over on you, and you've had enough. This is a person who always is right, always telling you this is how it's going to be, this is what it should be, blah, 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 blah. Nope, nope, and nope. Something's going to go on around you at your job. Something in the area around your job. Somebody will ask you questions if you saw this or saw that person, or if you can identify this person. I hate to say this, but even if you can identify them, your safest bet is to say, I see so many people. They just come and they go. You just have to say that I couldn't be 100% sure. And leave it at that. It's like you don't need to get involved in something. Because whoever it is that they're looking for will know that they asked you, but they'll also know that you said, I couldn't be sure. I couldn't swear to it. And you'll be okay. And then you'll be protected. I'm hearing then you'll be protected. So whatever that's about, be very careful. Yeah, definitely, Vanessa. And everybody hasn't taken their turn with the family either. They have not all taken their turn as they should. They got a lot to say, but nobody wants to step up to the plate and do something. Don is going to continue to try to reach out to you. Going to try to convince you to trust him. He'll find stupid things to argue about just to have communication with you. It's like he gets turned on by riling you up. He gets turned on when you get mad and you lash back at him. To him, that's satisfaction. That means he reached his goal. It means he's got you staying crazy, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to make sure your mind stays crazy, and that's why he F's with you. All right? That's why he F's with you. You got me? Bibi? You got any questions? Because that's all I'm hearing right now. Money's going to get better. Things are going to get caught up. By the end of this year, it's going to take to the end of this year working hard, doing extra, doing overtime. But by the end of this year, you'll be back. By Christmas, you're going to be back where you wanted to be. Yeah, strong manipulation tactics. Yeah. Yeah. You're better off not to respond, because that makes him crazy. He wants to make you crazy, and he says words to trigger you, and figures eventually you're gonna respond. Don't. You've got to break this chain. You've got to break this chain that binds you. You've got to break it. Yeah. He's a good actor. He's a good actor. He's a very big manipulator, BB. And you know what? He's nickel and dimed you to death, which is a lot of the reason why you're in the position that you're in. So stop putting your heart out there. Stop trusting him. Oh, good. That's great. If you don't give Don any money and you stay away from him, it's going to get better. Hey, Carlos, how are you? I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, too. He sure did. And to steal from your mother, too, that was pretty rotten. But he never gave you the respect that you deserved. So, don't give in, BB. You gotta stay strong. If you stay strong, your blessings can come. If you keep opening the door and letting him talk, letting him speak to you, letting him interact with you, then he's getting into your energy and he's going to fuck with you and mess you up. Please don't even acknowledge him. Keep him on block, or you're going to ruin your own energy. Okay, last any question? Any question? Shelly Shell? Shelly Shell? Okay, BB has one last question. Yes, I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone or be... Yeah, you got to stay focused on your money right now and what you're doing to get your life back together, because at the end of the day, there is nobody that's going to come and pick BB up and fix her. Nope. Oh, boy. Guaranteed that's gone. I'm sure Miss Lisa took that. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, Carlos, I'm going to say Tornado. I ain't got no Tornado. I got a Toyota. A Toyota Camry, an older one, 2015. Exactly, Denise. Yep. No, it's, you know what? It might look like another loss, but it's really not. It's actually, it's a gain. It's a win. Because you learned a lesson and now you're keeping yourself from hurting yourself anymore. So it is not a loss. Trust me. It was the best investment that you could have ever made. Believe that. Yes, Zara. Yes. Yeah, Carlos. Thank you. I just noticed this loud noise on the right side in the front by the wheel. When I go over a speed bump, it goes bang. And I hope that's not going to be expensive to fix. It must be a strut or one of them things. I hear this noise when I go over a speed bump on the right side. It's like bang. So it's got to be either a strut, shock, something like that. I hope that's not a lot of money. Thank you. Okay, Shelly. I miss Shelly. Message. Shelly wants a message from Spirit. What Spirit has for you. Okay, Shelly. Spirit says you've been overdoing it. You've been overdoing it. You're overdoing it. In one way, it's good because you're getting caught up with things, but in another way, you have to find time to rest. It's important for you the next week or so to take time to do things that you like to do for yourself. If that means splurge and go buy yourself a new top or a new pair of sneakers or something of that nature, then do it. If that means taking yourself out to your favorite place for dinner and really enjoying yourself, then or breakfast or whatever it is you want to do, then do it. Spirit's also saying that it's not going to stay the way it is. Things are not going to stay the way they are. Big changes are coming, both in family and in love. You have a visitor coming, Shelley. You have a visitor coming, and it is not your mother. Yes, your mother's coming, but it's not her. You have a visitor coming, and you know who that is. And they definitely, they want to talk. They want to see you. They want to make sure that you're okay and that everything's okay. They want to try to come in as a friend, but they're not coming in as a friend. They're coming in as a lover. They're coming in because they love you. They're coming in because they're in love with you. And because they don't want to do this again without you. It's like they've already just recently gone months and months and months without talking to you. And now they don't want to go through that all again. They're fearing that it's over, that it was really over. And they're definitely doing everything they can, whether they're going to reach out, whether they're going to text, call you, something. Something's happened or is going to happen very soon because they just can't handle the frustration of worrying about it anymore. They want to know, they need that security or that sense of security of knowing that you're there. This person has a lot of regrets. They understand and realize and admit that they've treated you wrong. They're trying to show, they're going to try to show you that they value you, and that's what's coming up. Shelley, they really want to show you that they value you, that you're important to them in their life for whatever reason, whatever category they want to put you under, okay. But they're just trying to show you that you're important to them and that you matter. So, there may be something else that you're wanting to purchase, something to lay on the couch, something of a protector, something of coverage, something maybe for the dog, something maybe for water, maybe for, you know. So it's like you're wanting to get like protection or pads for the couch. There's something that you're wanting to buy. And I don't know if you're trying to buy a new blanket. If you're wanting to buy a new blanket, I don't know. I just feel like you're shopping to get a couple things. Um, also, be careful of walking and not falling in a hole. So I don't know if you dug a hole, if there's going to be a hole, but be careful of walking that you don't fall in a hole. And be careful. Remember how a while ago you slipped on water in the house? Like water on the floor, something on the floor. So be careful that that doesn't happen again. Be careful. Just pay attention where you're walking for the next week or two. Pay attention where you're walking. That's the messages I'm getting. Shelly, are you there? I'm not seeing the comments aren't moving. Can everybody hear me? Can you guys hear me talking? Okay. All right. It's like follow up on something. So either follow up with a counseling appointment, or you just had a counseling appointment, or you're going to have your counseling appointment. Something about follow up with your counseling appointment. And it's like there's something that you're going to need to buy to have there before your mom comes. Something that you're going to need or want to have there before your mom comes. Maybe it's the apple cider. I don't know. But there's something that you're going to want to buy or have there before your mom comes. Oh, sinkholes. Yeah, maybe that's it. Kept telling me holes. Watch out for holes. Any questions, Shelly? You can ask whatever you want, because that's what Spirit's telling me. I don't get no health warnings. I don't get any health warnings for you. I don't get any, like, fear around your house. Your house feels very safe and secure. Like there's no prowlers or predators. There's nothing right there by you. Then be very careful walking. Be very careful walking. Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. I've been on here for a couple hours. I've been on here 2 hours, and my other live right before this was another hour. So I'm done. Yes, you will hear from H again. He'll have a lot to I'm sorry, Life of Destiny. He'll have a lot to explain to you. A lot that he wants to tell you. It's like, yes, he tried before, but he lost his, he just lost his nerve, I want to say. But he definitely will reach out to you again. He will. And he'll even visit you. He will visit you in 2025. He will visit you. Yeah, it was a continuation of this one. All right, Deborah, ask your question, please. Thank you for waiting so patiently, Miss Deborah. Thank you so, so much. I'll do my best to answer your question. Nope, Shelly, you won't have to choose. I think they'll make the choice for you. You'll know. They'll make the choice for you. Yeah, I'm on TikTok, Life of Destiny. I'm under, I'm Blessed to Be Me. My name on there is Blessed to Be Me. So you can look me up on TikTok and request me as a friend. Blessed to Be Me. Okay. I don't do a whole lot of these on TikTok, though, because they just want all free stuff, and I don't have time for that all day. No, I just had changed the name. It's the same one you're with me on, BB. I just changed the name, but I'm going to change it back anyway to H&G. Love you, Shelly. Yeah, they're going to choose for you. You'll see. I can't tell you that answer, but they're going to choose for you. Deborah, are you here to ask your question? Deborah? I have to be the work in the morning. I have to be the work to work in the morning. Tomorrow I'm not working 1 to 9. I have to work day shift tomorrow, 8 to 4. Or 9 to 4, 9 to 5, something like that. I don't get too many paid on TikTok. I tried it. I don't, because they don't really know me. Oh, look at me rubbing my eye makeup. Well, I guess Deborah left. I guess Deborah left. So if Deborah left, then I will save that free question. If she happens to come back in the next live, if she doesn't, then I'm trying to unpin it. I deleted the message. I didn't mean to delete the message. I tried to unpin it. I don't know how to unpin it. There, unpin it. Okay. Yeah, I have to go to bed early because I have to get a shower yet. I don't feel like getting a shower, washing my hair. Look how tired I am. So tired. Okay, ask your question. She's here. There you are. Ask your question. I'm just ready to go. You just caught me. I've been calling you. Ask your question, Deborah. Are you, BB? Yeah. Turn this thing off now. It's in my eye. Type your question, please. Thank you so much. So, Deborah, will you and your daughter's father, Charles, get back together? You know, it's funny, Deborah, I do feel like that opportunity is going to present itself, yes. But I feel like a lot of things need to change in order for that to work. The biggest thing I see is that he needs to change. And you have to be more present with your daughter, meaning realizing what she's witnessing, what she's hearing, what she's watching and seeing between the two of you. You used to have to work better on your communication, not to be in front of her or around her, or don't think that, oh, she's in another room, she can't hear us. When he yells, she can hear. I know it's easier when he's around, and it's more like you don't like being alone, and I get that, but I also feel that sometimes it can be toxic when he's around. So there's things you need to think through, and you really need to ask yourself, like, he's your ex right now, and there's a reason that he's your ex, and you're aware of those reasons. And a lot of things that he's your ex for hasn't changed. A lot of things hasn't changed. And he's going to keep accusing you because he's doing wrong and you're not. And he'll point the finger at you because that's what he's doing. So whatever he's accusing you of, Deborah, is what he's doing. He's the one that can't be trusted. Okay? It is much, you are much better off without him than you are with him. And your daughter, I don't like his energy with her. And I feel like he's too aggressive with her. So hopefully you can hear me. It might be delayed on your end, but I'm answering you. But you keep you keep trying to lead him to water and make him drink, and he's not going to drink the water. Meaning he's not going to do what you want him to do. I've answered you. You're going to have to play it back. I've answered you. Denise, tell her he'll come back, but he's not good for her, and he's not good, and the two of them together is not good for her daughter. They're toxic. That relationship is toxic, and she needs to move on. The relationship is toxic, and you need to move on. You have to ask yourself why you keep wanting to allow him back in your life when he does nothing good for you. All he does is put you down and make you feel like dirt and make you have to keep trying harder and harder for his attention. He's a manipulator. He's a narcissist. He's no good. Tell her Denise, tell her it's not good for your daughter. It is not healthy for your daughter. All right, guys. Denise, thank you for typing. Perfect. Denise, love you so much. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. I am getting my shower and going to bed. I am so tired. I got Monday and Tuesday crazy days at work. Tomorrow's not so bad, but Tuesday's going to be crazy. And then the rest of the week, not too bad. So we'll see how this goes. So thank you, guys. Love you all. Thanks, Shelly. You too. You guys, thank you, Teresa. Awesome, Kim. All right, take it easy. Talk to you guys soon. Sending love and light. Good night, everybody. Good night, Carlos. Good night, Denise. Good night, mods. Thank you all for helping. Appreciate you so much. Good night, Kimmy. All right, everybody. Bye, Teresa. See you all. Love you. Bye.